Round three's done and dusted, mate. It could have been better. It could have been a lot worse. These short turnaround weeks are nasty for us content creators. Next week's going to be worse because it's a Thursday and then it goes to a Monday game. So, hope you guys are here for the ride. Just before we get started with my team review for round three, wanted to say thanks everyone for the support. Looking at the analytics though, 60% of you guys are still not subscribed. So smash that big red button, press the bell, let us know that you guys are here. Even comment down below, say, Big J, love the content, I've subscribed. Starting off with Thursday. So Thursday's game was interesting. Brisbane Lions versus Western Bulldogs. Two teams that looked like, hey, they really needed to perform. And they didn't really do that. English, I think, was the big winner for that week if you have a look at our team review. But overall, I think scores were fairly mellow. There wasn't a lot of players who really dominated, at least that were in my team. English did well. Libba did well. Dale, I think, did well. Richards was on fire. But Bont, 89, not great. Dunkley, 108. I mean, these guys are supposed to be your vice captain scores, and they're putting out just hundreds or under, which isn't fantastic. The big fun one for me was Liam Jones. So nice to have him back. I think his break even, just quickly looking at the team, is a -9. So he's gone over his score of 5. Now starting to shoot up. If he can get to about 350k, happy to offload him with one of the guys I've got on the bench in the defense to finish off my back line. So pretty happy. The big one as well was McKenna. So I think he got the touches and it was just a shocking game. Wilmot ended up outscoring him by about, 12? So, could have been better, could have been worse. But I forced the McKenna trade. Glad I got him in. It is what it is. Oscar Baker, though, mate, 95. Like, you got to be happy with that, especially myself, who ended up loopholing Constable. A lot of people had him as the loop for Hopper. So, mate, you're pretty happy. Heading on to the next game. So, Collingwood-Richmond. I really didn't have anyone. Well, that's not true. I had two players who were really influential in this game that were in my team. That was Dacos on a 109 and then Taranto 112. So, these two players, they put in the work. They do what they do. They're fantastic for that 500k that I spent on them. Darcy Cameron going down for owners was pretty dreadful. So sucked in, I guess. Spending a trade to upgrade him would have been fantastic. Would have helped a lot of people finish off their forward line. Has some nice DPP swing, but it is what it is. Next up was the Hawthorn North Melbourne game. So as a North fan, mate, I was not happy. LDU was out with 2 seconds left. I know a lot of people got caught out with him. Apparently, Supercoach crashed or something 5 minutes before the game. Everyone's clicking. I got to fix my team. But it didn't end up happening. Sheasel came out, bang, 120. This kid's phenomenal. He's played 3 games and he's averaging 116. Matt Rowell, eat your heart out, mate. Doesn't look like he's slowing down either. I had Fergus Green 51. I think he kicked a couple of goals, so kind of differentiating there. I would have loved North to win, but it is what it is. Our highs are really good. Our lows are still not there. A lot of the kids couldn't step up. The thing with the team is that there's not a lot of older people. We've got Cunners, we've got Goldstein and a couple of others, but the engine room is still kids, so they'll have good games and they'll have shocking games. Next up, we have GWS and Carlton. So I put the VC on Nick Dacos. I'm like 109, I'll try and get higher than 109. I know a lot of people will do much better this week with Oliver and Laird on fire, whatever. Big J messed up, boys. I messed up. Cogs with the C. Cogs with the C scoring 58 points. Mate, it's annoying because him and Doherty, so they were both playing this game, and their AFL fantasy scores were so much higher than their Supercoach ones. So I'm not sure what happened there, but boy, oh boy, I was not happy. That was reminiscent of people round 1 picking Laird captain. I posted up on Twitter saying, this game or this week, I could have had an extra 150 points. It is what it is. Darcy VC or Darcy captain would have done that for me. Would have been a cool 80 points, and then Mackenzie on field for Callahan would have done that as well. So it is what it is. It's not great, but we live and learn, right? Callahan, you're out of my team. I shouldn't have kept you. 36. See you later. Moving on to St Kilda Essendon. So Ridley had a better game. Happy with the 96. Cameron Liddy, boy oh boy, 65. Mate, if you didn't start this kid, he's on fire. 102k, negative 50 break even. Like, he's going to make you 250k. It's going to be fantastic. That's who I really only had. I did have Setterfield. I brought him in. If you follow me on Twitter, like you guys should, I'll post it on there. Was just talking about how I brought Setterfield in over Zeeble. Needed that cash gem. He's basically going to become Oliver with a rookie in a couple of weeks. So really needed that jump in there. Needed to start shoring up some of these midfield primos. I can bring guys in who are 600 fairly easy. One up, one down. But it's these guys who are, 650, 700. These uber duper primos. They're pretty tough to bring in. Rowan Marshall, 78. Get out of my team, boy. He versed Draper and got a 78. He's not worth the points that we spent on him. And next week, he's not in my team. I don't care. I'll spend all my trades. Get rid of Marshall out of my team. What to do? Alwyn Davies, 66. I was speaking to Joe about him before. This kid's on fire. And just keep pumping out 60s. He's going to be a cheeky 150k plus rookie. That a lot of, I've talked to people and like, oh, they don't have him. They faded. Like, did you not watch the preseason game? Like, this kid's on fire. Port Adelaide and Adelaide. So nice to see Horn Francis not dominating again. Adelaide came out with the win. Congratulations to them. Laird, massive score. A few other players, massive score. Rosie, 126. Really, really happy with that. I know a few people were considering taking him out. I'm like, come on, man. He's top 6. That's basically all I had from this game. Yes, I did have Dawson as well. So 114. Pretty happy. Nice to have him actually doing quite well outside of the fourth quarter junk time as well, which was the issue the week before. He came in the week before. I think he was on 70, ended up on 110 or 109. This time, yes, he's only on 114, but he was in the top leaderboards the whole time, and that's what we want to see. Next up, Gold Coast and Geelong. I don't actually think I have any Gold Coast and Geelong players in my team. It's really weird. This is the battle of the round 13 or round 14 bye. So Tom Stewart came back from a 1-week knee, pops out a 167. Come on, Tom Stewart. Jared Witts still dominating. Tuke Miller is going to be really cheap in a couple of weeks. I'm going to jump on him when I can. But no players from that game. Melbourne, Sydney. So this was the one. Oliver dominated. I was so sad I didn't have him. But Chandler, the guy that we brought in and put on the field, cheeky 90 points. Come on, get in my team. I mean, he's in my team, but you know how I feel. Van Ruin also scored at 89, so he's one to watch in, 2 weeks? Let's wait and see how he does against West Coast. Yes, he should dominate with all their defensive outs, but you really never bring in a rookie off the bubble if you can avoid it. And Fergus Green's got at least one more, price rise worth in him before you can start offloading him. Make like a 30k, but it is what it is sometimes. Melbourne and Sydney. So Goulden did quite well for what he did. I think he was on something like 11 points coming into the second quarter. Came out, ended up on 50, ended up on 85. So people are saying get rid of him. I'm like, Big J, why are we getting rid of Goulden? Mate, 85. He's got an 85 in the forward line. 102 average still. So, down game for him. Sydney will bounce back. They got smashed. It's Melbourne. Like, come on. West Coast and Freo is kind of the game that really finishes off the week. And it finished off the week for everyone. I don't really have any West Coast players. I'm happy I got rid of Chesser. I think he scored something like a 30. People rejoicing. He made his break even. His break even was like 20. Like, come on. Sean Darcy, yes, he bounced back. But he versed nobody. Next week, I think I'm going to get rid of him. I'll show you what my trades are, perspective trades anyway, but happy to have the bounce back. I don't think he's going to be ruck 1 or 2, and that's what we're looking for. I should have kept Witts. I'm going to bring Witts back in. My team this week scored 2,085, so it wasn't fantastic. If I had put the C on Darcy, if I had put Cam McKenzie on field, I would have been a lot happier than what I was. Yes, I've spent, 6 trades and 2 boosts. It might end up being 9 and then just hold out for a while. My starting team was that bad, and with having the wrong mid prices in there, Flanders got injured, for example. You say, Big J, hold your trades, mate. Flanders, I'd have to trade him out anyway. I'm not putting 250 points or 250k on the bench scoring 30s. Like, sometimes you just have to man up and do the trades when you can. As you see, this is my team. This week, I'm thinking Marshall, Darcy, and hit that big boost. Yes, I know. Use a boost. Callahan, and I'm going to bring in Wits. Where are you? Where are you, big boy? Number one player in the league at the moment. I think that's the trades I'm going to do. Maybe someone comes in. Maybe I go with Van Ruin early. He's going to score big, but it makes my forward line even worse. I don't have that swing on the field anymore, which isn't great. So Phillips, Davey there. I think probably just the E on him. I think Liam Jones is a better shout than Wilmot, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, that looks like to be the team heading into round 4. I am holding, just need Van Ruin in, probably for Green, as I was saying next week. Hold for a few weeks, go for Laird, go for Oliver, all these premiums. I think I've teed it up and I'll finish my team on about 9 or 10 trades. So it is what it is. We just have to navigate the buy rounds going into that, and I think we'll be all right. Ridley's a bit of a worry at the moment, so just have to wait and see what happens with him. But otherwise, the premiums are set. The forward line's effectively done. Joe and I were talking about last week about how Darcy Cameron being injured, Gawn and Grundy, not getting DPP for a while means that the forward premiums are the only ones that we can have, really. So you won't be getting a lot of DPPs. I don't think there's many DPP mids either being able to be selected. So something to think about there. Hey guys, that's my team for round 3, heading into round 4. Let me know in the comments how you guys did. Mate, I dropped 6,000 spots. I'm now ranked 66k. But if I had picked the better players to put as vice captain in emergencies, I'd be shooting up the ranks this week. So it's something to hold myself to. Yes, we're behind, but we're going to be doing quite well. Remember, we've got our Supercoach group as well, where you guys can win some amazing prizes. We can win a t-shirt. You guys can win some AFL tickets and AFL gift voucher as well if you just join up. Here at the Centre Bounce, we do the hard work, so you don't have to. Bye for now.